People are mesmerized by murder. It commands our attention like no other human phenomenon, and those touched by its ugly tendrils never forget. These are the words written by evolutionary psychologist David Michael Buss in his book The Murderer Next Door: Why the Mind is Designed to Kill. Welcome to The Week Recommends. One of the finest thriller movies ever made in Hollywood is Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 film Psycho. It is based on the 1959 novel by Robert Bloch of the same name and follows the investigation into the disappearance of Marion Crane, who stayed at a motel owned by Norman Bates. Bates Motel, starring Freddie Highmore and Vera Farmiga, is a prequel to Psycho that aired from 2013 to 2017. It explores the complex relationship between Norman and his mother, Norma Bates. Set in the fictional town of White Pine Bay, Oregon, the series reimagines the events that turned Norman into the killer we know from Psycho. The show starts with a murder and a cover-up after Norma and Norman buy a motel and move to a new town. As Norman's mental health deteriorates, more murders occur, and Norma tries to protect him. Bates Motel blends psychological horror, family drama, and thriller elements, creating a masterfully crafted, hauntingly atmospheric show. If you love the genre and Psycho, you'll find the series engaging. Next, we have Netflix series The Fall. The Fall, created by Alan Cubitt, follows Detective Superintendent Stella Gibson, essayed by Gillian Anderson, as she hunts down a serial killer targeting young women in Belfast. The killer, Paul Spector, essayed by Jamie Dornan, seems like a normal, handsome family man with a wife and a daughter. But he's actually a twisted serial killer. Critics have praised the show for being more thought-provoking and less sensational than most police dramas. Instead of relying on shock value, the show builds tension and offers plenty of twists. The Fall has won several awards. While it may not be groundbreaking, this gritty, tense, and well-acted cat-and-mouse thriller will keep you hooked. Next on the list, we have Mr. Mercedes. Retired detective Bill Hodges, essayed by Brendan Gleeson, is haunted by an unsolved case involving a stolen Mercedes and a massacre at a job fair. Based on Stephen King's Bill Hodges' trilogy, Mr. Mercedes is a tense cat-and-mouse game between the former detective and a young psychopath named Brady Hartsfield. The show is character-driven, with Hodges teaming up with unlikely allies, including a teenage boy and a neurotic woman, to stop Hartsfield's sinister plan. The series, which aired from 2017 to 19, explores themes of isolation, obsession, and psychological trauma. Mr. Mercedes stands out due to the gripping performances by Gleeson and Harry Treadaway, who plays Hartsfield. If you're looking for a moody, atmospheric thriller with great acting, Mr. Mercedes is a great choice. Between 1979 and 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer killed 17 people, dismembered their bodies, and ate parts of them. Dahmer, the Monster: The Jeffrey Dahmer Story is a 10-episode series created by Ryan Murphy and Ian Burnham that dives into Dahmer's twisted mind. Evan Peters gives a compelling performance as Dahmer, making you feel like you're inside the mind of a truly remorseless man. The show isn't just about Dahmer's murders. It also highlights how the police failed to act quickly. The series is engaging, brutal, chaotic, and unflinching in showing violence, and surely sends chills down your spine. Although it sometimes feels exploitative, it won several awards, including a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Limited Series for Peters. Next up, we have You. You revolves around Joe Goldberg, a bookstore manager in New York who seems like a harmless, nerdy young man. He might even seem likable and charming, though a bit repulsive. He can chat with you about your favorite novel, suggest books you love, and be a friendly presence in the bookstore. But everything changes when he meets a girl or girls who he becomes obsessed with. From then on, a sinister game of obsessive stalking, manipulation, deception, and murder begins. Don't be fooled by Joe's charming and innocent looks. He's willing to do anything to control the woman he loves. Based on the books by Carolyn Kepnes, the series stars Penn Badgley as Joe. It is not just about love, obsession, childhood trauma, and murder. The show also comments on class and privilege, the flaws of the rich and elite, and perceptions of morality. The brilliantly crafted psychological series will interest you if you enjoy compelling characters, chilling plot twists, and grisly murders. A pioneer among modern TV shows about serial killers, Dexter is based on the Dexter book series by Jeff Lindsay. The show is about Dexter Morgan, a serial killer with a strict moral code. Dexter is an emotionally detached, highly intelligent blood splatter analyst working with the Miami Police Department. Despite his calm and soft-spoken demeanor, Dexter has a traumatic past and an irresistible urge to kill, which he calls his dark passenger. Thanks to a moral code instilled by his stepfather, Dexter only kills those he deems truly evil, making sure they are guilty before acting. He reminds his victims of their crimes and shows them their victims before killing them. Michael H. Hall is phenomenal as complex protagonist who struggles with his moral dilemmas and inner demons while trying to appear normal to those around him. Jennifer Carpenter also shines as Dexter's adoptive sister and co-worker Deborah Morgan. The show was nominated for several awards including the Golden Globe and Primetime Emmy, with Hall winning the Golden Globe for Best Actor in 2010. Based on the true crime book Mindhunter Inside the FBI's Elite Serial Crime Unit by John E. Douglas and Mark Olshaker, Mindhunter is created by John Penhall and stars Jonathan Groff, Holt McCallany, and Anna Troff. The show is about FBI agents Holden Ford and Bill Tench, who pioneered serial killing profiling. In the 2 seasons, Ford and Tench interview fictional versions of notorious serial killers. They aim to understand their minds and use this knowledge to solve future cases. The show is finely crafted and slow burning, focusing on the science behind human behavior and the rituals of those who kill for thrill. Mindhunter avoids the usual genre cliches and instead offers chilling moments of the agents interact with pure evil. There are no fast-paced chases or standoffs, but the writing is excellent and the psychological insights are fascinating. And finally, we have Hannibal. Calling Hannibal Lecter one of the most terrifying fictional serial killers is an understatement. Created by Brian Fuller, the series stars Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter and Hugh Dancy as Will Graham. The show follows FBI profiler Graham, who is manipulated by forensic psychiatrist Lecter. The FBI pairs them both to catch killers, but Lecter is more interested in Graham because of his unique ability to empathize with anyone, even psychopaths. Spanning 3 seasons, the show has been praised for its performance, visual style, and storytelling. But beware, Hannibal isn't for the faint-hearted. The show features graphic scenes and disturbing murder tableaus that may freak you out. If you can handle it, Hannibal is a wild ride. With more exciting genres, I'll see you again soon.